Let me explain to you how to use the sanitizing machine. The first thing you want to do is you want to use the reuse peroxide. But the solution that you use, you want to put enough so you can cover the area that you're going to work on. I usually use a gallon of the peroxide diluted. We dilute the peroxide over here 8 ounces per gallon. That's good enough. That's heavy duty and it's good enough for everything that we do. Peroxide usually take a minute to kill the coronavirus, and when we spray it on, we leave it to dry, so there should be sufficient time for everything to be sanitized. Now, come over here. When you first turn on the machine, you want to make sure that this valve here is pointed to the prime slow mode, right? Now, this valve here, you want to point it down because you have to prime the machine first. So now what we do is when we have this done and this down, we turn the machine on. Now if you notice over here where the liquid is, right here, it's gonna start bubbling. The bubbles are gonna come out. That's the air coming out of the line. Okay. So make sure that all the air comes out of the line
before you start using it.
Bring the volume up and use it. Now, it's already primed. So what you do after you got it primed, you bring up the valve, right? Bring this valve on the working position, and then bring the volume up to where you're gonna use it. And there's prime.
Okay, can you do it again? That thing?
Yeah, you bring it up to where you're gonna use it,
okay.
And you bring the valve to this position.
Okay.
This is called the prime spray valve. This is what controls the machine, basically.
Okay.
Now, you hear the machine pumping. That's because the valve is spring loaded, and the valve, after time, it loses tension, and sometimes it gets loose, or sometimes it's dirty, and it'll start running by itself without you using it. That means that you gotta take the valve out and see what the problem is. Okay? Now, what you do, after it's primed and everything, we ready to go. Now, we usually take the gun and we mist over the area. We mist the whole area. So we're gonna sanitize, and that's it. We don't dry it or nothing. It should be enough time to kill everything. It took like 10 minutes to dry. Now, if for any reason this spray is not coming out correctly or it's low, you must turn the valve. You turn it the reverse way and you shoot it, and that usually cleans
the stream,
and then you get a good mist again.
Okay.
Okay. Now, when you finish using the machine and you're ready to put it away, what you do, you turn off the machine, and then this valve you bring it back down, and that depressurizes the machine. That's important because you don't want the pressure to stay.
Turn it off and bring this valve down.
And bring this valve down. Yes.
All right.
And that's important because you don't want the spring to get damaged. Because it's going to get damaged eventually, but you want to keep the spring in good condition as much as you can. Okay? So that's basically how you use this machine.
Thank you.